नमामि भगवत्पादं शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं ओम सहना भवतु शैशानन्दस्य मीमा गुंसा भवति. No, it's for myself. Yeah. युवा स्यात् साधु युवाध्यायकः आशिष्टो दृढिष्टो बलिष्ठः यं पृथिवी सर्वा वित्तस्य पूर्णा स्यात् स एको मानुष आनन्दः ते ये शतं मानुषा आनन्दाः स एको मनुष्य गन्धर्वाणां आनन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य च कामगतस्य. So here this is the Mimamsa of Ananda. In order to help you understand what is the real meaning of the word Ananda. This, by position, by a certain conditioning, upadhi, type of upadhi, a body, the type of body-mind sense complex, and the availability of desirable things. From this standpoint, one unit of human ananda is established. It's an imagined person. The human ananda means a person is involved. A conscious being is involved. Ananda means happiness. Happiness means a conscious being. So a conscious being is involved. There is no other way of having ananda. Unless there is vijnanam, there is no ananda. So one must be conscious. Therefore, the Mimamsa, the analysis begins with an imagined person. And you can imagine what would be that fellow's happiness. These are all desirable things. Young man. Everybody wants to be young. So, somebody said there are, how many stages? 9 stages of life. In As You Like It, Shakespeare says there are 9 stages of life or something. Babyhood, then the girlhood or boyhood, then youthhood. Youthhood means babyhood, youthhood, in between that hood. So, youthhood. And then youthhood afterwards what? Young. Youthhood we can say young woman, young man. Young woman, young man. So these are four, ho gaya. Then what is the fifth one? Young woman. What is the sixth one? Young woman. What is the seventh one? Young woman. What is the eighth one? Young woman. What is the ninth one? Young woman. That is why she is a girlfriend, okay? That 82-year-old. So, it's okay. That means everybody has a commitment for being young, correct? Nothing wrong in it. Nobody wants to age. The commitment is for timelessness. Relatively, you maintain, you try to keep this body young. But really, the commitment is for changeless being. That means not time-bound being. Anything time-bound will change. Changeless being is timeless being. That is where the commitment is there, your heart is there. And therefore, so what is originally you are committed to, basically you are committed to, is reflected even in confusion. It's a great thing it is. Even in confusion, there is a reflection of what you want. Aspiration, because you want to be that. That is your nature. You will be at home only when you are that. And therefore it comes out even in confusion, it is reflected to be you are. Sadhu you are. All that we have seen. So the entire wealth of this earth belongs to this fellow. 1 unit of happiness multiplied 100 times. That would be 1 unit of Manushya Gandharva Anandaha. Manushya Gandharva is, so he is a celestial who is like a human being. 1 level up. Manushya Gandharva Ananda. Or the one who is a Manushya and who is like a Gandharva. Highly exalted Manushya who has creativity, who has music, who is gifted. Manushya Gandharva. But here it is, Gandharva is the main thing here. Manushya is not the main thing, Gandharva. Therefore, it's a celestial. And this Ananda, no Manushya can have. Human being cannot have. Therefore, it is a Gandharva, celestial. Manushya cannot have. Because wealth, entire wealth belongs to Devadatta. So nobody else has got that wealth. And therefore, Ananda cannot be there. Wealth is important. Hundred units of that Manushyananda is a Manushya Gandharvananda. But that happiness belongs to one more person. That person has Manushyananda, the ideal Manushyananda, plus Manushya Gandharvananda also. Who is that fellow? Shankara's interpretation of this Vakya is a Shrotriya who has studied Veda. Yaha Vedan Nadhite. So Shrotriya, special word it is. So this one who has listened to the Veda, studies the Veda, He is a Shrotriya. And then Akamahataha. Even if he is a Shrotriya, he may be Hataha. He is afflicted. Hataha means not destroyed, afflicted. By what? By various desires. There is no self-satisfaction. So the one who has enough maturity and one who has studied the Shastra, to the extent he has got vairagya, dispassion, objectivity, to that extent alone he can be happy. So, Shrotriyasya akamahatasya. That fellow is happy because the Devadatta is happy because he has the entire wealth available on this earth with him. Plus everything else. Wealth is there, but he has problem. Digestive problem, BP, sugar. Very weak. Chicken-hearted. Uneducated. It's all Las Vegas money. Doesn't know how much money he has got. So while earning the money, he had killed 150 people. What is this money? And therefore, sadhu you are, young man, sadhu you are, healthy, and money. Oh. And that another fellow on this earth is there who knows he has no money and he is Shrotriya and he is a Kamahata. Shankara takes this in a particular way. In the same way I am taking, afterwards I will come back to say what I want to say. So, Shrotriyasya akamahatasya. To the extent, because he is emphasizing your dispassion, your objectivity, and born of understanding. And therefore, to the extent this fellow has got freedom from the influence of kama, the fulfillment of desire is the criterion for this fellow to be happy to some extent. And that is not there for whom? But he has desires, but not ordinary desires. So disco desire and this desire, that is. So many of these he has grown out of. Grown out of. And therefore he has got a certain self-satisfaction. His happiness is 100 units of that fellow's happiness. Devadatta's happiness. Shrotriyasya cha kamahatasya te ye shatam manushya gandharvanamanandaha gandharvanamanandaha sayeko deva gandharvanamanandaha Shrotriyasya cha kamagatasya te ye shatam deva gandharvanamanandaha sayeko pitrinam chiraloka lokanamanandaha Shrotriyasya cha kamagatasya te ye shatam pitrinam chiraloka lokanam anandaha sayeko ajanajanam devanamanandaha Shrotriyasya cha kamagatasya te ye shatam ajanajanam devanamanandaha You must hear this and note what keeps coming again and again. That's why I'm telling all this together. Ajana janam devanam anandaha shrotriyasya cha kamagatasya te ye satam ajana janam devanam anandaha. What? So, this te ye satam sa eko karma devanandaha shrotriyasya cha ye devan karmana apiyanti shrotriyasya cha kamagatasya te ye satam karma devanam anandaha sa eko devanam anandaha shrotriyasya cha kamagatasya te ye satam devanam anandaha sa eko indrasya anandaha shrotriyasya cha kamagatasya te ye satam indrasya anandaha. Not Indranam. Only one Indra. Now from plural we have come to one. You know, it's like a pyramid. And they're all plural. It's all plural. More number. Then go the Karma Devananda. Karma Deva is only some 32 or something. Only that much. Number. Limited number. Devas are any number. And the Karma Devanam Anandaha. Then Devas still less number. Then their number, Deva here is Agni, Varuna, Ityadi, certain number. And then Devanam Anandaha. Sayeko Indrasya Anandaha. One Indrananda. We will come back. So Indrasya Ananda. Then afterwards singular. Te ye satam Indrasya Anandaha. 100 units of Indrananda. Only imagination it exists. And that Indra's 100 units of Indrananda is Indra's Guru by position. It is not by knowledge, by position. Then Sayeko Brihaspate Ranandaha. There is only one Brihaspati. Te ye satam Brihaspate Ranandaha. Sayeko Prajapate Ranandaha. Shrotriyasya cha Kamagatasya. The Shrotriya and Akamagata keeps coming all the time. Shrotriyasya cha Kamagatasya. Te ye satam Prajapate Ranandaha. Sayeko Brahmana Anandaha. Shrotriyasya cha Kamagatasya. Yasasyayam Purushe. Yaschasabaditye. Sa ekaha. Saya vambite. Asmal lokat pretya ityadi. Now in this, very interesting. So this 100 units of Manushya Gandharva, human-like celestial, his happiness is 1 unit of Deva Gandharvananda. He is a Gandharva. Gandharva means music. All music, dance, art, etc., fine art, performing art, both. He is a Gandharva. Some angel-like. Don't ask me whether they exist or not. So for our imagination we need them, okay? Because we have to multiply this Ananda. And therefore Shastra tells us there are fellows like that. Okay, wonderful. We can imagine. The 1 unit of, you can create your own if you don't believe in this, all right. So that is the 100 units of A, 100 units of B. 100 units of B is 1 unit of C. 100 units of C and 1 unit of D. 100 units of D is 1 unit of F, like this. D, E, F, G, H, all that, you can keep on multiplying. So Shastra tells exactly Manushya Gandharva. The Tatparya is only, its commitment is only to make you see how this Laukika Ananda, this situational happiness changes in degrees because of position. And the body-mind sense complex also appropriate. And the kshetra, the world of objects available for that. So you've got a great commitment for music and there is nobody to sing. Nothing. Then that is not going to make this fellow happy. And there is so much music, but you are born deaf. That's not going to make. Therefore, you must have proper body for it, and the musical instruments and music vocal voice, it's entirely of different frequency that human ears cannot pick up. Therefore, you must have celestial ears for celestial music. It's like the other day Mukeshji was telling, that musician, Bonda. This is another Bonda. This is vegetable. There is also vegetable, and this is Bhud. This is Rudra Bhina. And he was playing Yaman. What came was nothing. Because there is a celestial music. You have no ears. And therefore you don't hear. So that frequency is entirely different. You don't hear. That is the music. We had here once. Rudra Bhina. So you must have appropriate body, appropriate senses, appropriate world, facility. Then you have that happiness. He is called Deva Gandharva. Shrotriyasya cha kamagatasya. But this fellow, his self-satisfaction has increased so much in the process of learning Brahma Vidya. He has grown out of many other things also. This music, etc., was holding him. That also he has grown out of. And therefore, if it is there, he is happy. Some people will be, I have given up music now. And he is afraid of music. That also is not growing out of. Growing out of means you enjoy it, you don't miss it. So you should not miss it. And if it is there, you experience it. And that is called real growth. That is maturity. And therefore, he is akamahataha. Akamahataha means one who is destroyed by akama. No. Who is not destroyed by kama. Na kamena hataha. The one who is not afflicted by kama. Inhibited by kama. Desire for certain things, music, etc., he is not inhibited by. And therefore, he is more mature in the process of his growth. So there is more maturity. And he is well informed. His understanding of himself and the world and its usefulness, it's much more clear. Therefore, more happiness for him. And therefore it's equal to Deva Gandharvananda. Then Pitrinam Chiraloka Lokanam Anandaha. There is a loka, a sphere of experience. And that sphere is the sphere of mains. Mains is a loka, where Pitris is a very good loka. It's a kind of Deva loka. A world of a sphere of experience wherein these ancestors have a tremendous ananda. That ananda belongs to this fellow Shrotriyasya cha Kamagatasya, and they are multiplied. Ajanajanam devanam anandaha. So these 100 units of Ajanajanam deva, this Ajanaja deva is the one who is received by all the people. They also receive all the people. They are highly evolved, more mature. And it's another sphere of loka. And their ananda is 100 units of the other, the previous, the mains. These are also means, another type of, one more type. And that belongs to our friend, Shrotriyasya cha Kamagatasya. Poor Devadatta is left far behind. In the same Bhuloka, there is a fellow who doesn't have money because it belongs to Devadatta. And he is already, so how many times now? First Manushya Gandharva 100 times, then another 100 times, another 100 times. So big. Then afterwards, so there is one Karma Deva. Te yeshatam ajana janam devanam anandaha sayeko karma devanam anandaha shrotriyasya cha kamagatasya. Yeah. Ye karmana deva napiyanti. By their own karmas, good karmas, they have gained the status of this devatvam. Karmana deva napiyanti. They have entered into this world of special people. It's another world of selected devas. Fellow has gone into the dean's list. You know, some list is always there. Bada list, the governor's list. Governor's list. Like that. Pahunch gaya. Devanam ye karmana, by their own good deeds, by their own prayers, by their own reaching out karma, and they have gained so much punya as a result of their own karma. Karma devanam anandaha. One more fellow, other than karma deva. Who is that? Shrotriyasya cha kamagatasya. Shrotriya and akamahata. His vairagya, dispassion, has increased so much, and he taps Karma Devananda without being Karma Deva. Just being a Manushya, 5 feet 6 inches, sitting under a tree, he is able to get that. Or living in this world, he is a Karma Yogi, he gets that. Karma Devanam Anandaha, less inhibited. Therefore, increase in sukha, because conditions are conducive. There is experience of ananda. It's all experiential ananda. Increases. And for that fellow also increases. So you need not have lokas. You have to get rid of, or you have to grow out of desire to have this tourism. So these tours, so go here, I've seen this. Now what loka is baki? So next loka is exactly like going around. And so you see the Haiti is over, and then Hawaii is over, and what else is there? And what else is there? Bali. Okay, Bali. We'll go to Bali. Bali is over, what shall we do? Goa. Goa is over, what shall we do? What shall we do? Go to Nepal. These are the places they go. Nepal, there's a freak street. And so they go there. Easily you can buy things that you want to buy. And therefore, that Nepal is Kathmandu is a big place to go to. So there is a circuit. These are all circuit. They tell each other. The circuit people, they tell each other, where are you going? I'm going there. Where to go there? Oh, you got at this place, they're very cheap and then you can. So they tell each other. And therefore the circuit continues, perpetuated, a cycle. It's called Goa cycle. They, among themselves, they tell each other. And how do I know? Because I also get told, you know. When you go to India, just look up this guy. Of course, he's a traveling guy. You try to find out. He has got a place like this is the address. You phone the people where he is and then meet this guy. So I am also in the circuit. So they look me up. Check me out. Okay. That's also ticked off. I've seen that, I know. So again go to some other. Ticked off. Ticked off Swami. So this is all further trips. Ye karmana devana piyanti te ye shatam karma devanam devanam anandaha sayeko devanam anandaha shrotriyasya cha kamakatasya. 100 units of karma devananda is 1 unit of devananda. Shrotriyasya cha kamakatasya. That is for the Sotriya, because of the increase in this passion. That's how Shankara puts it. 100 units of this, Indrananda, 100 units of, that also belongs to Shrotriya Kamahata, that learned mature man. 100 units of that Indrananda, Indra's Guru, Brihaspate Anandaha, by position. That belongs to our Shrotriyasya cha Kamakatasya. His learning also increased, his dispassion also increased. He is only Jignasu. Even then there is so much Ananda. Then this 100 units of Brihaspate Anandaha, Sayeko Prajapate Anandaha. Prajapati is Ananda. Shrotriya Prajapati is Brahmaji. Shrotriyasya cha Kamakatasya. The creator is Ananda by position, not by his knowledge. That is not here discussed. Because Indra also gained knowledge. Brihaspati is all knowledge. And therefore, that is not under discussion here. By position. Then Brahmaji, the creator, he is Ananda by position. That Ananda is Shrotriyasya Kamakatasya. And therefore, you can understand what we are talking about. As his dispassion increases, that is why karma yoga becomes so important. There is attitudinal yoga. And the more you understand, the more real is your attitude towards various purusharthas. various aspired ends, the more happy you are, which is all experiential. That is why it is subject to comparison. But they are therefore, so they are comparable. They are measurable. And we have that scale. Therefore, measurable. And different people get this because of their body, because of the loka, they get this. But somebody sitting here who has got no loka, no money, nothing, his own dispassion and clarity, he gets it. This is what Shankara says. Now we can look at this in a different way also. Devadatta is a yuva, sadhu yuva, and adhyayakaha, well educated, Veda and all that he has studied. And then he is Ashishtaha, all the blessings he has got, Dridishtaha, very brave, and Balishtaha, brave and perseverant, and strong and healthy. And the entire wealth is with him. Wealthy you cannot say. His entire wealth is with him on this earth. So what would be his happiness? That belongs to Shrotriya Nakamahata. Another fellow who doesn't have any money, who has nothing on him, just a piece of cloth, under a tree is sitting. Moolam taroh kevalam ashrayantaha. Panidvaye bhoktum amatrayantaha. Kantamapi strimiva kutsayantaha. Kaupinavantah kalu bhagyavantaha. Vedanta vakyeshu sadaramantaha. Bhikshanna matrena tushtimantaha. Ashokavantaha. Karunaikavantaha. Kaupinavantah kalu bhagyavantaha. Panchaksharam pavanam uccharantaha. Patim pashunam hridi bhavayantaha. We have a set of verses Shankara attributed to Shankara. The fellow is sitting under a tree and he joins his hands. It becomes a vessel and then washes his hands. He doesn't need a vessel to carry. That's the guy. Everything is equal. Samadrishtihi. And he doesn't have anything on him. He is the one who has made it. And he is happy. He is a happy person. And all that he requires is one Vedic sentence. Vedanta vakyeshu sada ramantaha. Bhikshanna matrena chatushtimantaha. Ashokavantaha. He doesn't know what is sorrow. He has got enough sentences to revel about. Because he is the meaning of all those sentences. All positive sentences. Even the word shoka, he understands what it is. And therefore there is nothing outside himself. So he is not Ashoka, he is not Shokavantaha. Plural, Ashokavan. There is no Shoka. And one of compassion. Karunaikavantaha. Kaupinavantah kalubhagyavantaha. These are the people who are happy people. And there is a fellow like this sitting under a tree. And that guy has this happiness. He is an old man. He is not yuva. He is not sadhu yuva, he is a sadhu. And jnani. It's a shrotriya. And therefore aham akamahataha. A shrotriya can be kamahata. But he has understood. And therefore the one who studies Veda is a shrotriya. But one who has understood Veda all the way up to Vedanta knows exactly what is to be understood by the Veda. And that person is the real Vedavit. He is the Vedavit. And he is the Vedanta Krit, Lord Krishna said. He is the one who can teach also. And that person is therefore not stung by any desire. Desire may be there, and that is born of Ananda, not born to gain Ananda. Difference between the two. And therefore he is free. He is happy. His happiness is 100 units of Manushyananda, Devadatta Ananda. Also, only Manushya Gandharva has. Our fellow under the tree also has got. Then 100 units of Manushya Ananda. 1 unit of Deva Gandharva Ananda. Only Deva Gandharvas can have, not Manushyas, not Manushya Gandharvas. But don't forget our friend under the tree. He has got that also. Shrotriyasya Kamahatasya. Because Ananda of Brahman includes all Ananda. It is not positional Ananda. And therefore he doesn't need to go anywhere. He can be under a tree or within a palace. He can be a Raja. He can be a Grihastha. Grihastha, Raja also Grihastha, okay? But, so in a palace Grihastha and outside the palace Grihastha, all of them, if they are no more ignorant of what they are, they have the same Ananda. Shrotriyasya chaka mahatasya. Or under a tree, that person, Shrotriyasya chaka mahatasya, Deva Gandharva Ananda. Then afterwards, Pitriloka Chiraloka Lokanam Anandaha. Shrotriyasya Kamakatasya. This man has got that Ananda also. And so he has got that fellow, he thought that I am bigger than that fellow. Hey, count this guy also, who is equal to you. But he is bigger. He is not in Pitriloka. And he is not in any other loka. But he is local. Local loka. Okay? Local came from loka, I suppose. He is a local loka. His locale is here. Under a tree sitting there. You please reckon. He has got this Devagandharva. This Ajanajanam Devanam Ananda belongs to him. So, if that belongs to him, then what about 100 units of this celestial Ananda would be 1 unit of Karma Devanam Ananda. And so those Devas, their Ananda would be our Shrotriya's Ananda. This man has his Ananda also, yes. Shrotriyasya cha kamahatasya. Then 100 units of that fellow's Ananda is Devananda. Shrotriyasya cha kamahatasya. 100 units of Devananda is 1 Indrananda. Shrotriyasya cha kamahatasya. Teye shatam indrasya anandaha. Shrotriyasya cha kamahatasya. 100 units of Indrananda is Brihaspati Ananda, our friend under the tree, remember. And te yeshatam Brihaspate Anandaha स एको प्रजापतेरानंदः श्रोत्रियस्य च कामगतस्य ते ये शतं बृहस्पतेरानंदः स एको ब्रह्मण आनंदः. So 100 units of Prajapatirānanda is, afterwards really 100 units have no meaning. You just simply say 100 because Kramapatitam. Because it's not available for any quantification. Limitlessness. That is Brahmana Anandaha. That doesn't belong to anybody by position. That is purely by knowledge. Because one is limitless. Shrotriyasya kamagatasya. Same fellow gets all the Ananda. None of them gets this fellow's Ananda, Brahmananda, unless any one of them knows what he knows. Indra knows, he will have that. Any Deva knows, he has that. Brihaspati knows, Prajapati knows, and therefore everybody has it. Because limitlessness doesn't belong to any one person. If it belongs to one person, it is limited to that person. It is not limitlessness. Limitlessness belongs to every mosquito, every worm also. You can tell the worm, you are limitless. If the worm has got a human mind means it should feel, I'm a worm. I'm a worm. Hey, you are one of your kind. There is nobody like you. You are a worm. So that you should say, I'm a worm. Say like this, okay? Must have self-image. I'm a worm. Say like that. Don't say, I'm a worm. That's all human thinking. He has put you as a worm. Put you down. Then you say, I'm a worm. I'm not a human being always complaining. I'm a worm. I can get into your stomach and turn it around. And therefore, and so I'm a worm. So this is called self-image, okay? It doesn't have a problem being a worm. That's why it is not adhikari sharira. But the truth is, it is limitless. The worm is limitless. If worm is self-conscious, self-judging, it had it. It requires Vedanta class. So between two fellows that also will be sitting. Crawling all over. Students, jigyasu. And one of them will become a teacher. So that will be interesting. But you must know the worm's language, okay? And therefore, human sharira, only human body has this freedom to know. And not only freedom to know, is that there is a pressure to know. Self-judging. So in the judgment there should be release. And the release is there only I am free from being limited. Limitlessness is my nature. So it's not personal property of anybody. So all of them know. Indra knows. Many devas know. We have in Kenopanishad mention of all these names. Agni knows. Vayu knows. Indra knows. Then being taught by Brahmaji, everybody knows. Whoever knows, knows. In Brahmaloka, everybody knows being taught by Brahmaji. Brahmaji teaches, it doesn't require a classroom. So he puts it in the mind. Enlightenment. Like Rishis got. It's a different type of teaching. Therefore, from this what we understand, this Ananda, the word, even though it is used for experiential Ananda, whatever we experience, whatever degrees you experience Ananda, that word becomes Lakshana. That word becomes an indicator, is a window to see the real meaning of Ananda. Why? Because that Ananda itself is limitlessness, freedom from duality. And when you are happy, there is duality. There is subject, there is object. The object is music, the subject is you. And you are happy. So that means this in happiness there is fullness, there is wholeness. That wholeness includes the subject and object. And the wholeness is not disturbed or eliminated, displaced by arrival of subject, presence of object. And therefore, so it reveals wholeness of you. That is why we are hooked to that. Because wholeness is our nature. That is why what you want to be. You want to be happy means you want to be whole. And wholeness is your nature. Not knowing, you are hooked onto experience. If you know I am the whole, and then even suppose you have, due to some unconscious or whatever, certain sadness, even the sadness will be sustained by wholeness, because wholeness is consciousness, and consciousness is, sadness is, that is happiness, is the wholeness, and the limitlessness, wholeness, what you call Ananda, is sustaining sadness, is the truth of sadness. The truth, the timeless is the truth of time. This is how it is. The timelessness is the truth of time. What is the truth of time? If we analyze, Swamiji, past, present, future are the truths of time. Correct? Past, present and future are the truths of time. And let us reduce to singular. What is the truth of time? What is the truth of time? Past. Where is the past? Let us put it this way. When was the past? When past was there, what it was? Two questions. When the past was there, so what it was always present. Past was present. One fine morning, Adam went up the tree and plucked the apple, touched the apple, Alboro. So went up the tree and touched the apple. Then what happened? When what happened? Whole world started. Okay? That was one fine morning. That's all I am interested in. One fine morning. That was today. This morning. And this morning, today, present. That is better. Present. So past was present. The present is present. When the future unfolds, it would be present. Okay. Another one. When was this? When was this past? When was this past? Past is in the present. How do you know? Because this is what I think now. I am thinking about the past. What are you thinking now? About my past. He is thinking in the present. There is no past. In the present he is thinking about the past. In the present, he can take a picture of this fellow. But he is thinking of the past, okay? But present picture. He is thinking of the past. And then he is thinking about the future. Present. After retirement, what will I do? Right now thinking. He's just now got married. And he is thinking about the future. So after retirement, what he will do? So this fellow, his mind, but present mind. There is no past mind, there is no future mind. There is only present mind. Swamiji, how can you say that? I have got unconscious, I have got all the past, frozen time is there, frozen child is there. Frozen child is there, how do you know? Because now I have got the emotion, loneliness I feel. That is present. Frozen child is in the present right now. It's all present. Correct? It's all present. Time is present. Now, the present means now. Now means a length of time. What is the length of time implied in now? Anyone you tell, now, 1 second, it has got microseconds, then picoseconds. All divided now. So what is now? No length of time. So that means timelessness is time. Time is sustained by timelessness, which is consciousness. Therefore, time is an object not other than consciousness. Time is consciousness, but consciousness is not time. Consciousness is the truth of time, the Atma of time. The Atma, if it is Ananda, limitless, if there is sadness, the Atma of sadness is Ananda. You have to look at it that way. That is the truth. Where will you be sad? You will be happy being sad, correct? If you are free from that ignorance, and so that is this amazing truth about the word Ananda. So the word Ananda is only a window. The meaning is your own nature, Swarupanandaha. Limitlessness, which is Sat, which is Chit, Ananda. But the translation is, in the Laukika Ananda translation, they will say bliss. Satchidananda is translated as existence, knowledge, bliss. I don't know what do they mean. Ask them. It's not bliss. Bliss means you mystify the whole thing. You have various types of Ananda. If you say bliss be capital, then you are respecting some other Ananda waiting there. And then even suppose you gain some extraordinary Ananda, then how do you know that it is the bliss Ananda? Then you have to come and ask the Guru. Guru, yes? Yesterday I experienced some big Ananda. It was all one light. And I felt I was floating. I was all Ananda. Is this that bliss? You will come and ask. Is this bliss? How he has got to answer? How he will answer? How he will answer? If he thinks that this fellow has got more money to give him, Then he will say, I think you have to go for one more step. You have almost come. Yeah. So that he can collect more money. One more step and you have to do this and something you tell. Ellam bankam. Our Atma has to tell. So the Atma from inside tells, come, come, my boy. I've been waiting for you. All these years you've been struggling, I know. You've come. I am that bliss. And he comes and tells the Guru, yesterday, Guruji, yesterday I got this. And the Atma bliss told me, I am the bliss. Guruji said, you got it, you got it. You got it. Because all the money is lost. And he can't handle him anymore. Send him home. So let him be taken care of by people who care for him. And so, bhej diya. He needs no ashram, he needs an institution. Ashram is halfway home. So this is a... From here you go there, or from there you come. So either... So it's funny. It's all funny. For me, the whole thing is funny. Because Ananda. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Arihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Arihi Om